Hey, Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready for that all important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, I had a privilege to read this particular book digitally, and it was Voltron issue number 1 from the Ashes. That's right, fans. I was excited about this book. It is from I'm sorry, not IDW, but Dynamite, and I'm a huge Voltron fan. I watched Voltron when I was a kid, and my favorite series is the Lion series. And when I heard that this comic was coming out, and I saw what it was about, I was like, wow, this sounds kind of interesting. So I decided to give this one a try. It is a mini series. It's one of 6. The writer here is Colin Bunn, and the artwork is done by Blackie Shepherd. Colors are Andrea Augusto, lettered by Rob Steen, and cover is Alex Maline. Yeah, so if I show you some of the artwork here we can see partial of the cover. Looks pretty cool, and you can see that Voltron's like all beat up here. When you go to this page here, very traditional, what you're used to seeing from Voltron if you watched the cartoon series or read these comics in the past, as Voltron is doing battle against these monsters. I forgot what they're called. They're called like the Roe Beasts or whatnot. And here we get to see another page right here as Voltron forms the blazing sword. You kind of can't beat that right there. I think that's pretty badass. I love the blazing sword. That was always your traditional ending to Voltron whenever he destroyed the monster. So really cool stuff here that the book has to offer. Now, what was the story about? Well, basically, in the beginning of this issue, what happens is you wind up seeing this battle that takes place between Voltron and a whole bunch of the monsters. And what you're seeing is, if you're familiar with the character, her name is Hagar. She's actually a witch that created all these monsters, and she's trapped in this coffin. And what happens in the actual issue is she's dreaming of this battle over and over, and you're left to be wondered as the reader in the beginning, is Voltron real, or is it still just now? Is it just a legend? And we get to witness this battle and the fall of Voltron through this dream. And then what happens is someone picks up the old witch, and that's the last that you see of her towards the end of the comic. Then by the time you get towards like 3/4 way through the book, you wind up seeing what looks like who's going to be our main character in the issue, or one of the main characters, or part of the new Voltron team. And it's this guy right here, and his name is Jace. And it looks like they're going through an obstacle course, and they're trying to train and find out what's who's going to be the next pilot of Voltron. And it's been 200 years since the defeat of Ultron. And when you see this image here, you can see that Voltron is like almost buried under like volcanic ash, or erosions happen, like whatever. And you get to see like these elders where they're actually, giving Chase this lesson on, how to take the trials seriously. And he believes that Voltron is needed no more. Now, again, when you get to the end of this issue, we wind up seeing that the witch gets recovered by these space pirates, and it looks like she's going to be up to her dirty work to take over the galaxy once again. So that's pretty much the story in a nutshell. What did I think of Voltron From The Ashes, issue number 1? I thought it was a good book. It was a good read. It really brought back some of the memories. It was cool to see the original cast in the first issue. Even if it was a short time, and even though they were defeated, I still think it was a lot of fun. And it'll be interesting to see how this new team rides or gets in Voltron or takes over Voltron's legacy, and seeing how this actual story turns out. You know, it wasn't really much depth story here, but it's kind of setting it up for what the future has to offer for its readers. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're a Voltron fan, I think you're going to like this book, and I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. So guys, until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and thanks for watching Comic Frontline, fans. See you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.